PlayStation gamers, I hope you're all doing well. I want to talk about Marathon. We have a black pill for the game. A PlayStation black pill. Not because I think you shouldn't play Marathon, or I think the game's a fail, or the next big flop that PlayStation had a hand in. None of that. The game looks good, even with the Lego guns. And I'd probably be playing it if I hadn't already upgraded to real shooters and moved past these games. Xbox players and PC players, Marathon might be the best you get all year. Games like Battlefield and Call of Duty, the industry standards are where it ends. That's the black pill for all of you. The black pill for Sony PlayStation is that Marathon isn't where you should be spending your time. It's not the next best new thing. There's other shooters on PlayStation technology that have been out for years and that have real video game guns and that Sony PlayStation still doesn't talk about. That's why there's a black pill here. This channel is for people who want a game past the black pill. This video is a follow-up to Alpha Gamer Rage, the Real FPS PlayStation edition, and virtual reality was the red pill. The first two are short-form videos. VR was the red pill is a long-form video. They're segments of what I'm calling the PlayStation files. They might feel like pieces of a puzzle right now. That's because I'm navigating, making and labeling the content and the ideas the best I can as a content creator. And I'm also building off of old content. As you can see, I didn't always wear a mask. Some of what you'll see in the rest of this video is a look back at around the time when the red pill was dying and the black pill was being created. Stay tuned till the end of the video for content recommendations from me. Because right now, the black pill is dead. I built a platinum pill gaming mythos, and I also call myself villain to Sony PlayStation to hopefully wake up some of you to the content that you're missing out on. The real shooter content. Alpha gaming content. Alpha gaming doesn't come from moving your wrists. It comes from moving your body. It doesn't come from guns that click but won't vibrate. They've been getting walked on for years and still don't see it. But I have the truth. And it comes from real anger. That's why Alpha Gamer Rage is exclusive to the PlayStation 5 and PSVR 2 headset. PC never saved gaming. That's your black pill. Stay platinum. Lego guns aren't the problem. Only getting Lego guns is the problem. PlayStation spent billions of dollars to acquire Bungie Studios. And they also spent millions more helping get Marathon developed. This is after spending hundreds of millions of dollars on Concord. I'm not saying Marathon is Concord 3.0. Again, Marathon looks like a fun game. It looks like there's some quality to it. And the aesthetic even is part of the appeal. I understand that. But once again, only getting Lego guns is a problem. And when we get these colorful games like Marathon, and then we get even worse games that nobody wants to play, that have more colorful garbage in it, and then they have characters like the Concord characters, or they have these like futuristic looking characters like they do in Marathon. It's a way to advert giving us real heroes. And it's a way to give us shooter content and FPS content without giving us realistic content. There's a trend here. And I know Marathon is an older property that they brought back. This isn't a new IP or anything, but they're not bringing back other games that have more grit and more realistic military feel to them. We don't get Killzone or Resistance. The trend is that the games are less and less Chad, and the characters we play as are less and less Chad. I said in some of my old content that Sony doesn't want the gamers feeling powerful. I'm showing you a platinum memory fragment of me inside of a real military shooter talking about how Sony doesn't want you gaming alpha. I'm showing it to you now so you know how long these games have been out. So you know how long Sony hasn't been talking about these while they've been spending millions and billions getting you Lego guns.
We're here to just make you feel good about it if you're already aware of it, wake you up if you're still sleeping. We have to look at what's going on flat screen. Here's my comment: 0 likes, 0 engagement. And these aren't all little kids on this guy's channel. These are full-grown adults. Concord. Sony doesn't care about money. They put $400 million into Concord. This is why I have black pill content. It's not just with the video game industry. It's going along everywhere with the elites and the corporations. They're backed by some infinite amount of money that's out to destroy our society and destroy our culture, and they're using video games to do it. It's why they're pushing things like Concord. It's why they're continuing to push live service. This is what Sony's supporting because they want to indoctrinate people on flat screen. That's why they don't advertise the PSVR 2, because they could have made the money they needed to off of it if they weren't politically motivated to not advertise it the right way. And that's why my channel's important, and that's why virtual alpha gaming and the PSVR 2 is what's actually saving the video game industry, or could save the video game industry if people truly want it to be saved and are willing to invest their time and their money into stepping up their game, literally. I want people to ask themselves this: do they not put it together that part of the reason why PSVR 2 isn't getting the support that it deserves from Sony is that the people that want you playing around in Concord don't want you in the Pavlov military shooter getting your dick hard with the Sony haptics on the VR controllers. They don't want us feeling powerful.
And the same reason they're giving you Lego guns and not giving you anything else is the same reason why they built all of this awesome technology to put you inside of a real military shooter, but then never talked about it. I'm gonna be introducing the gamers to the real shooter games. And these games are building a very special community. And being part of that community means taking the platinum pill. That doesn't mean running out and getting a VR headset. This community will have flat screen games as well, even non-PlayStation related content. But when it comes to FPS gaming, the best content is PlayStation exclusive, and we only play the true shooters on this channel. So make sure you take action and get the rest of the story. I showed you Alpha Gamer Rage. That will be returning soon in a Resident Evil 9 video. Go watch the Real FPS PlayStation edition. There's virtual reality was the red pill, and 99% of gamers play Resident Evil 4 wrong. Read some of my community posts. Start listening to me talk about Dark America, and check out the Call of Duty is Dead, PlayStation is Alpha video. I talked about showing you myself inside of a real military shooter. That's the Mythos video for that. More content coming soon with real video game guns. Stay with PlayStation and stay blue, or follow the mask and stay platinum.